Welcome to Seattle College's international programs and our show Conversations With, where we talk to people that help you understand how you too can be an international student in the United States and why Seattle Colleges should be your first choice. We'll talk to students and staff and agents and government folks, all kinds of people about what you can expect when you're getting ready to apply or travel here, what you'll experience while you're with us, and how it can all lead to an amazing life. Don't forget to check out the Seattle College's International Programs website at intl.seattlecolleges.edu, where you can find a treasure trove of information about the school, the programs here, and best of all, fill out and submit your application. Again, that's intl.seattlecolleges.edu. Hey everybody, welcome back to Conversations With. We are here today in Seattle, Washington at the Seattle Central Campus with our good friend Habibi.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Can you tell everybody your actual name though, where you're from in Pakistan and what you're studying?
Sure. My full name is Qazi Habibullah. In Pakistan, I'm from a province. It's called Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It's on the border of Afghanistan. And the city I live in is called Haripur. That's also very close to the border of Afghanistan. And here I'm studying management information systems.
Right. So it seems like such a far distance away from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
How did you hear about Seattle Colleges?
So first of all, I came here in the United States in Minnesota. I came to Minnesota State University.
Ah.
And then I came here. And I came in Minnesota in January, and that was peak winter.
Okay.
Snow everywhere.
It's a little chilly.
So four months, at least 4 months, I stayed inside the room. I didn't have any friends. And I came to visit here in Seattle. I saw it. I loved it, and I never went back.
Seattle's a good city, man.
Yeah.
It's really great. But why did you travel to Seattle? Do you have friends here?
I had a friend here, so I came here.
Gotcha.
And never went back.
And so you just decided to travel. But you have a lot of options around Seattle. There are a lot of different universities and community colleges. Why did you choose our community college?
So first of all, it was really close to where I live.
Oh, okay.
So we were actually 4 friends. We came together here, so we all decided that we should go together in the same college.
Gotcha.
So that's the college we chose then.
So it's you and how many of your friends?
2 more friends.
2 more friends.
Yes.
Great. And are you all studying the same thing?
No, they were only me. I was studying business, and the other 3 they were studying computer science.
Oh, okay, great. What kind of business are you interested in doing when you?
So I want to get into law.
Oh.
So I want to be a business lawyer. So that's why I want to have my bachelor's in business.
Great. And do you think you'll finish your bachelor's degree and then try to do law school here in the U.S.?
No.
You'll go back?
I'll plan to go to UK.
Oh, to the UK?
Yeah.
Very cool. Because it's a more common law system in the UK.
Yes.
You guys have a lot in common.
Yes. And also in UK, is over here, you need a bachelor's degree to get into law school. In UK, you do not need a bachelor's degree. You can just go straight into the law. And if you have a bachelor's degree, you can just do 1 year of law, and then you are a lawyer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you plan to do you're actually, you told me before we started rolling, you've been here almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
And you have about a year left.
Yeah.
And then what will you do after you graduate? What's your plan right after you graduate?
So I plan on working here for a while, get some experience. Maybe I'll get an internship or work at a law firm, get some experience, and then get moving.
So you'll do OPT, like a year of work after, and then you'll go to UK?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't plan to finish a bachelor's degree in the US?
I plan on finishing it here, and as soon as I'm finished, I'll do some work, save some money.
Oh, okay.
Then go back.
Okay, so do you know where you're going to transfer to finish your bachelor's degree?
I'll do it in Minnesota as well.
Oh, you'll go back to Minnesota?
Yes, Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you went to Minnesota, left it,
Yeah.
and then you're going to go back.
Yeah, because the university I'm going to, it's the first of all it offers me scholarship, and then the living costs in Minnesota are a lot less than Seattle.
Well, that's just true. Yeah. Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, are your friends that you have here, are they going to go with you to Minnesota?
Yes, we're all going to go together.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So, you're going to graduate, you'll do a little work time, and
Yeah.
then you'll head off for your junior and senior year.
Yes.
Great. And then after you finish your junior and senior year,
Yes.
will you do another year of work, or will you head straight to UK?
I'll head straight because I think that sooner the better. But sooner I finish my degree and studies, the better it will be to start doing some actual work.
Right. And then, like, once you have this degree, this law degree, what do you want to do with it?
So after the law degree in UK, there are two options. One is solicitors. Solicitors are the people who do the paperwork for the lawyers, and then there are the barristers. Barristers are actually the people who go on behalf of their clients and they represent them in the court. So have you seen those people with the wigs?
Sure.
The white wigs? These are the barristers. So that's what I plan to be.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yes.
And you want to do that in the UK? You want to do it in
the UK.
Pakistan?
In the UK.
Gotcha. Do you have family in the UK as well?
I have a sister in UK.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's go back. You decided to become a student in the United States. You didn't come directly here. You went to Minnesota. Why did you decide to go to school in the United States? What was it about?
So first of all, when I was looking at the curriculum, it said that in US you get to study a lot of different subjects.
That's true.
And then you can, even towards the end of your degree, you can change your major.
Mm-hmm.
So I had two countries in mind. First was United Kingdom, and then USA.
Sure.
So in UK, if you go into one degree, you're gonna stick to that degree. So US sounded better.
Right.
So I chose USA.
Well, that's cool. When you decided to come here, you know, a lot of people in the region have a difficult time getting a visa.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your visa experience? So from Minnesota, you probably got an I-20.
Yes.
And you used that to get your visa appointment.
Yes.
Where did you go? Did you have to go all the way to Karachi?
No, I went to Islamabad actually.
Oh, you went to Islamabad.
Yeah, I went to Islamabad, and the visa process, first of all, it was quite lengthy, and then it was very difficult to get appointments. And then when I went for the appointments, though, so all the people in front of me, the students, they were getting rejected. Then I went there.
It's so scary.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, it's all over. So I went in there. He asked me few questions, then he asked me for my statement, bank statement. I give it to him, he checks it, and then he says congratulations, and that was it.
That's so odd.
That was it.
All these other people were rejected,
Yeah.
but you got in.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Okay, well, let's go back. So you got your I-20. How long from the time you got your I-20 till the time you were able to get your visa appointment?
2 months.
It was 2 months. That's not too bad. I mean, it does seem like a long time.
But it was also COVID, so it was quite
true.
uncertain.
Yeah. So then you went there. What specific questions, if you remember, did he ask? You said he asked you a few questions.
Yeah. So he asked me what I'm gonna be studying there. I
Okay.
told him that's what I'm gonna be studying there. He said, "What's your plan afterwards?" I told him that's what I plan to do. And then he says, "Okay, do you plan on coming back?" I said, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
And then he asked me, "Can I see your bank statement?" I said, "Yes."
That was it. That was the whole thing. How long did it last?
Maybe 3 minutes.
So that's so funny that's great. That it was pretty easy.
I think they already have an idea of who they are gonna give the visa, because my 3 friends, they were all 3 of those, they came here for an exchange program, and we were from the same college. So I was the only person who did not come here for an exchange program. So maybe they had an idea that.
Gotcha. So if you were going to talk to students that are getting ready for their visa appointment in Pakistan, like what advice would you tell them for their interview?
Yeah. So I would say that first of all, be very straight to the point. right? And be honest and be confident. That's what they are looking for. That if you move 1,000 miles away from your home, can you handle yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and one more big aspect I think of my acceptance was, I mentioned over there that I went to a boarding school and I stayed in a boarding school for 7 to 8 years. So maybe that might have been a big factor. Who knows?
Sure, sure. So if I understood correctly, so you graduated from high school in Pakistan,
Yes.
and then you did do some university work there?
No,
Oh, you didn't.
I came here straight.
Gotcha. Okay. When, I don't know, in Pakistan, when you finish high school, what month is it usually? Are you guys finishing in December, or do you guys finish in May? Or June?
It's probably May or April.
Okay, so it's similar to our system.
Yes.
Right on. Okay, well, so you came to Minnesota. I mean, when you arrived in Minnesota, it must have been what, August, September?
It was January.
Oh, you came in the winter.
Yes, I came in the winters.
No wonder.
Yeah.
That's interesting, though, that you started in the winter, because a lot of universities, big universities like that,
Yeah.
usually just have fall enrollments.
Yeah.
But they had a winter enrollment.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. So you just saw ice and snow the whole time.
it was so bad.
Yeah.
There were always, it was January, so there were always the warning for snowstorm, always the warning for something coming up. And there, if you don't have a car, you can't really go
It's
out
tough.
to meet people, and also the people are also like in their apartments, don't go out really, so
Right.
it was tough a little
Except to
bit.
play hockey.
Yeah.
You play
Except to
hockey?
no, can't play hockey.
You play cricket?
I do play.
Yeah. I learned how to play cricket when I was in China.
Really?
We had a bunch of guys from Bangladesh
Yeah.
that were there, and Pakistan, and they
Yeah.
played.
It's
played
cool,
cricket.
right?
I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I don't fully understand the rules still, even after playing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's getting easier every time.
It's very famous.
Yeah. For Americans, I mean, this may be me. We grew up playing American baseball, so it's not too different.
Yeah.
I mean, you're swinging a bat, you're hitting a ball, so it's a little similar. So I think that's why I picked it up pretty quickly. I mean, it's a little weird as the pitch comes in and hits the ground. That's a little strange, but it was still a lot of fun. It was really great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you got to the U.S. You decided I got to move back. I got to move to Seattle. Tell us about the application process to be a transfer student to Seattle colleges.
Okay, so first it was very easy. I emailed the international office. I told them that I want to transfer. They told me a few steps, and that was it.
That was it?
Nothing big deal.
Did you have to talk to Minnesota to have them transfer your I-20?
Yeah, I just emailed them. It was not a big process.
No big
It's
deal.
very simple, yeah. And they helped me out throughout.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah. And they're expecting you back, or do they know yet that you're coming back? Or
I've talked with them. I think they know that I'm coming back. So I've talked with my international advisor. I told her that I'm graduating in this semester and I
Right.
plan on coming back. So
you won't have to reapply.
yeah,
You'll just transfer back.
I have already the ID and profiles
Nice,
set up, so I'll just log in and
cool.
yeah.
So when you got here, you had to have a place to live. Did you live with your friends immediately, or did you have to find another solution for housing?
No, we all live together.
And you found an apartment
Yeah,
or a house?
we found a house. It was quite far from here. It was in Kent.
That's
but
quite a ways.
We had a car, so we would always.
And do you drive in?
Yeah.
How many days a week do you drive into?
So 3-4 days.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So let's talk about classes. So
Yeah.
you started taking classes. What are the classes like compared to taking classes in Pakistan?
Okay. So it's quite difficult for because in Pakistan it's so over here you choose your own courses, right? You know that this semester you're gonna study mathematics and business law and this. So in Pakistan everything is set up for you.
Oh, you don't have
So-
things to choose.
Yeah. So that's what I did not like.
Gotcha.
So, 'cause for example, if I don't want to study this subject, but I have to study it anyway. So
That's the way I guess.
yeah, and over here, the professors, they're very interactive. They would always, and they're very helpful too.
I agree.
And a lot of a resources. Everything is online. In Pakistan, it's not online. It's you have to sit in the class. No online classes, because if you take online classes, they don't take online classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're here, you started kind of a couple of years ago, but now, are most of your classes hybrid, or most of them in person, or do you have most of them as internet classes?
They are hybrid and online classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of both. So when you're in class, do you find yourself interacting with the domestic students a lot?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah.
I actually get along with all the people, because I like to know what's their story, where they're coming from, what's their culture like, which languages do they speak. So I get along with people quite good. But domestic students, of course, they're my people. So we see each other and we acknowledge, and we just
sure. But they must be interested that you're not from the U.S., that you're from another country.
Yeah.
And are they curious? They ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. Then we ask each other a lot of questions, like, what do you do here? How did you get here? What was the process like? What classes are you taking? Are you comfortable with the system? And
that's cool.
A whole lot of stuff.
A lot of Americans can't find Pakistan on a map. A lot of them don't know where it is.
Exactly.
So it's a good opportunity for you to educate people.
Yeah.
Sorry that we're so ignorant. I mean, I know where Pakistan is, but I think a lot of people have a hard time. I mean, they kind of know where Afghanistan is because we were involved there so long. But that part of the world, a lot of that area, they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, Pakistan was a very important ally
for sure
in the war against terror.
Right. Still. Yeah. So you're here. Do you feel like the state of Washington is similar to? I mean, like as far as the geography, does it feel the same as the part of the Pakistan that you're from?
So the northern areas of Pakistan, they're like Washington.
Yeah.
If you happen to visit Hunza or Kagan Valley or Naran Valley, you're gonna see that it's so green and so beautiful. It's gonna look like Washington to you.
A lot of mountains.
A lot of mountains, lakes.
Yeah, I've seen photos. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going back. I'll be there, and then just for a week to visit with students and stuff. So I'll have to block more time the next time I go back. Since this is my first trip to Pakistan, I figure, get on the ground, get a tour, go around with other educators to visit with students and stuff. And then I'll get to know the area a little bit. Then the next time it'll be easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, the north, I've seen, the Himalayas are obviously there. So that butts up right against. Actually, I was on the other side of the border. I was on the China side of the border. But it was just weird. I was like within an hour of the Pakistani border.
Yeah.
Beautiful area.
Yeah.
Just amazing. But it's remote.
Yeah, remote areas.
There's not much going on out there.
No, not really.
It's really. Have you traveled extensively around your own country?
Yeah, I went to the northern areas.
Okay. Yeah. And in the U.S., since you've been a student here, have you had the opportunity to get out and see other states other than Minnesota and Washington?
Actually, I went on a road trip. From here, I came from Minnesota to Seattle.
Oh, you drove it?
Yeah, I drove it. I've seen areas, so it was quite nice.
And what was your favorite part of that trip?
So the favorite part was I was actually quite amazed at how big the lands were. Like, if I see to the right, to the left, straight, it was just so big and so plain. I've never seen that before.
Right.
So that was quite impressive for me. And in Montana, the scenery was real good.
Montana's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't been in eastern Montana, so I don't know much. I imagine it's fairly flat, farmland, but I've been all over western Montana. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, did you stop by like Yellowstone National Park?
Yes, we did. We did stop by.
And that was winter.
Yeah. It was actually August, not quite winter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect time to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Because as soon as we got here, a week later, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, really? Just a week later?
Yeah.
Well, what do you do in Seattle for fun? I mean, you've traveled a little bit around. So
Yeah.
what do you do now that you're here? What do you and your buddies go do?
So, we go for camping once in a while.
Cool.
Yeah. Then we do some like we like to do boxing for fun. Like
It looks like you work out.
just
Do you go to the Mac Center over here?
which one?
The Mitchell Activity Center? It's
No,
the,
I go to this 24-hour fitness.
Hour Fitness,
yeah,
sure.
and then there's a boxing gym I go to. It's called Cappy's Boxing Gym.
No? Cool.
Yeah.
How far is it from here?
It's 10 minutes from here.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I really love that stuff. My sons box, both my oldest son and my middle son.
Really?
I have three sons, and those guys. I'm a Taekwondo instructor.
Oh, very nice.
So we've done a lot of Taekwondo, but I'm not much of a boxer. I'd like to learn,
Cool.
Because it's a good skill to
Good
have
skill,
if you're in
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Is it a pretty big gym, or are there a lot of people?
It's a small gym, just a community gym.
Oh, okay.
So not very big commercial gym, but just few people.
Right. Yeah, so if you become a student here at Seattle Colleges, we have our own gym. We have Mitchell Activity Center, but there are a lot of good
Yeah.
gyms nearby if you're
Yeah.
looking for something more special or something different. That's great. And ours is not 24 hours, so you have 24/7 with the
Yeah.
gym that you belong to.
Yes.
That's really great. How's the food been since you've been here?
Food, I've tried a lot of different foods. I've tried Turkish food,
Yeah?
loved it.
Yeah, it's good.
Japanese,
hmm
Korean, and then Indian, of course,
Of course.
and then Vietnamese.
Have you found a good Pakistani restaurant?
Not really.
You haven't?
Not really.
Oh, that's
Because
good.
there are not a lot of Pakistani people here.
They're not.
Not quite. A lot of Indian people,
Ton
but
of
not
Indian
Pakistani
people. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'll keep my eye out if I find
Yeah.
a Pakistani restaurant.
And you're gonna go to Peshawar, and you're gonna see how lovely the food is, especially in Lahore. You're gonna, if you get the chance, you make sure that you eat some halwa puri
Okay.
in the breakfast. You're gonna love it.
Actually, I went and did some online research about Pakistani food,
Yeah.
and I have a list. I have a checklist
Yep.
of foods I want to try while I'm
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll show it to you after we're
Yeah,
done.
of
here.
course.
That's really great. Do you hear that? That means it's trivia time. It's time for our trivia time. We give you 5 questions.
Sure.
If you answer them all correctly, then you're on our Wall
Okay.
of Fame. And if you don't, we'll shame you. I'm just kidding. It's all safe space here. No problem. All right. First question is, since you do a little camping, around the city of Seattle, we have 3 national parks. Can you name one of the national parks?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, we got 3. One of them's Mount Rainier.
Mount
It's the
Rainier.
big mountain out there.
Yeah.
We've got the Olympic National Park,
Okay.
and then we have the North Cascades National Park.
I've been there, but I don't know the names.
Oh, you don't know the names?
Yeah.
So you camped at North Cascades?
Yeah, I think that's
Beautiful, right?
That's where it was. Yep.
It's I've said this in my other podcast, but it's one of the least visited national parks in the lower 48. Just not many people
Yeah,
go there.
because it says that if you over there, it says that if you cross this much limit, you are into the wilderness.
For sure, yeah. There's a lot of empty space out
Yeah.
there. You can go get lost.
Yeah.
It's
And
cool.
bears and stuff.
Yeah. Did you see any wildlife? No, not yet. Keep looking. You'll run into them maybe. All right. Question number 2 is: as an international student, how many credits per quarter must you take to have a full schedule?
12.
Yes. 2. Nice. All right. Great. Question number 3: what is the capital of the state of Washington? The state that you're in, which city is the capital?
Olympia.
Dude, that's impressive. I didn't think that's a good one. Nice. All right, great. Now, the 4th question: which is the biggest city in the state of Washington?
I think it's Olympia.
No, sir. It's Seattle. We're in
Seattle.
the big. Yeah,
Really?
Seattle's our biggest
Okay.
city.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
It's weird. Yeah, we had a smaller town that's our capital, and then Seattle's the big one. But no, good job. That's really good. Okay, last question. What was the last movie you saw?
The Lawless.
Oh, how was it?
It was very good.
Yeah?
It's actually a historical movie about the brothers in Virginia. They were called the Bondornis brothers, and they were quite lawless. They fought a lot with the government, and yeah.
When did this movie come out?
I think it's been 2 months maybe.
Okay. We'll have to look it up because I haven't seen any advertisements for it. So it must be... did you see it in the theater?
No, I saw it on Netflix.
On Netflix. Oh, look on Netflix. That's easy. Cool. Do you watch a lot of movies?
Not really.
Because I've seen that they have movies from, I think it's Pakistan. It's from South Asia, at least. I've seen both Indian and I think Pakistani films.
Yeah.
Occasionally, like at Northgate. I live up in Edmond, so I'll see movies at Northgate.
Yeah, they're coming. There was a new movie released. It's called Animal, and it's been quite famous. I think that it's here in the cinemas as well.
We have a good international film community. If you become a student here, check it out. Well, we're coming near the end of our time. I want to give you the chance to offer your final words of wisdom. You've been a student in the U.S. now for quite a while.
Yeah.
You're going to be here for a little while longer. If you had like friends back in Pakistan that were thinking, maybe some kids they might want to consider either Seattle colleges or just the U.S. in general, what kind of advice would you give them overall?
So first of all, I would say that do not believe what people show on social media, because they show that when you go there, it's flashy. But actually you have to work a lot. It's a lot of hard work, but at the end of the day, it's worth it.
It's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media is kind of crazy. What do most people use for social media in Pakistan?
What kind of?
Like, do they use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok?
Facebook is very famous.
Facebook's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And is WhatsApp pretty popular?
Yeah. WhatsApp is very popular.
Yeah. All right, well, that's really good advice. Well, the last thing we like to do in season 2, we've had our guests speak a little bit in their own language. Maybe you can explain to the listeners what you explained to me about the different languages you do speak, and to give us a sample of one of them that you do have unique to you.
Okay, so you want me to say something in my language?
So the languages you speak, just before you do that, you speak Urdu?
Urdu.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 languages.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say the one again.
Hindko and Urdu.
Hindko. Okay. So can you say something in that language? I'm sure nobody out there has heard this.
Okay. So.
And it can be just...
In Urdu, I can say that जब भी United States में होगे, so first of all आपको लगता है कि ये बहुत आसान होगा, but as the time passes,
it's hard, right? You've been here for so long.
It's been a long time.
That's okay. It sounds
been a long
cool.
Time. Yeah. So मेहनत और hard work, ये सब आपको चाहिए. अगर आपको इस दुनिया में कुछ हासिल करना है तो हार्ड वर्क और मेहनत, that's all you need.
Cool. When you're at so you guys all share an apartment?
Yeah.
Do you guys speak in Urdu or do you
we speak in Urdu.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But it's just get difficult. For example, if you say me something that say this in Urdu, I just don't know what to say.
I know, right? I know. Get you on the spot.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Well, that's really cool. It's so great to meet you, man. Yeah. Maybe one of these days you should take me boxing and you can beat the tar out of me.
Sure thing.
I'm a total beginner, but I know to keep my hands up.
You know Taekwondo?
Yeah. I taught Taekwondo for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really love it. I don't do it now. I lived in China for 4 years, so I stopped teaching. I did some seminars in China, but nothing.
So you were doing it in China? You learned it in China?
I learned Taekwondo in the United States.
Okay.
I went to China to teach.
Okay.
And just did some seminars with other martial artists while I was there. Things like self-defense, and I did like weapons training and that kind of. But it was sporadic, not that regular class after class every day.
I like how in Taekwondo you have a lot of really cool kicks.
A lot of cool kicks, great, yeah. But the thing that appeals to me about Taekwondo is great from a little bit of a distance, but when you get in really close, sometimes it's a little more challenging. So having some boxing skills would be really helpful for sure. Nice. Well, great. Have a good winter quarter, and I'll see you around camp. Are you going to graduate in? It would be next
December
spring.
2024.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes. So this quarter I'll be this. This is gonna be my last quarter. Then I'll go to Minnesota.
Wow. All right. Well, good luck, man.
Thanks.
Keep in touch with us. We
Sure.
want to keep track of.
Sure.
Your...
Let me know when you get back from.
Yeah.
Pakistan. How did you like it?
I will definitely do that. I'll get back. I'll get back from Pakistan, and then I immediately leave again. So probably won't hear from you until end of March because they just have all this travel going on in the next 3 months. It's a little crazy, actually, but it'll be fun. Yeah. But I will definitely let you know. I'll show you some of my pictures.
Sure thing.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Great to meet you.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. Conversations With is painstakingly crafted for you by the Seattle College's International Programs Department and supported by the lovely folks here on our campus. This show is produced and edited by me, Evan Franulovich. We welcome your emails and questions about coming to Seattle Colleges. Please reach out to us via our website or just give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, as this helps others discover the show. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at Seattle Colleges INTL. That's Seattle Colleges INTL. And be sure to check out all of the shows here on Conversations With. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.